Number 1, to isolate x, we have to start by adding 1 to both sides of the equation. When we add -16, we get -15. And when we add 1 to -1, it gets 0. So we're left with 3x. Lastly, we divide by 3 on both sides. 3 divided by 3 is 1. So we're left with 1x equals -5. For number 2, our first step is subtract 11 from both sides. On the left side, we get -5. On the right side, the 11 cancels out, and we're left with -2x. So lastly, we have to divide by -2. -2 divided by -2 is 1, so we're left with 1x. -5 divided by -2 is 2.5. So that's our answer, 2.5. On to number 3. For this one, to get x by itself, we have to start by subtracting 2 to get rid of the +2. So when we subtract 2 from -3, we get -5. And on the left side, we're left with x over 3, which means x divided by 3. So to remove the division by 3, we need to multiply by 3. So we multiply by 3 on both sides. This cancels out and leaves us with x, since the 3 becomes on the numerator and the denominator, it cancels out. And then -5 times 3 is -15. For number 4, the reason why you have to be careful is because when you see the subtraction, you think you should add, but since the variable is being subtracted, we don't want to add that because we want to get that alone. So to get this alone, we would subtract 14. Since 14 minus 14 is 0, so now we're just left with -2x. And then we have to do 5 minus 14, which is -9. And then divide by -2, which leaves us with 4.5. The last two, we have a little bit different. The number 5, we have parentheses. So before we want to start solving this, we will distribute the 4 to get 8x minus 20 equals -10. Then we solve it the same way we did the rest. We would add 20 to both sides. To 8x equals 10. And then dividing by 8 on both sides leaves us with 10 divided by 8, which is 1.25. The last one looks a little difficult, but it's really quite easy because all you have to do is add these terms together first. 3x plus 2x is 5x. And now this is just a one-step equation. 5 times x equals 20. So if we divide by 5, we get x equals 4.